Mr. Christian Cutler will tell us about Melissa Wilkerson's unnatural history pieces, and also Sarah Winn herself will tell us more about the Breaking Into Blossom sculpture.
My name is Christian Cutler. I'm the gallery director for the University of Central Missouri Department of Art and Design. So this month we have Melissa Wilkerson's watercolor paintings up. Melissa teaches at Arkansas State in Jonesboro, Arkansas, and this is our second exhibition with her. We had another exhibit about 5 years ago. This is a brand new body of work called Unnatural History. She is combining early 19th century naturalist paintings with modern imagery, both digital imagery as well as human imagery. She's talking about dichotomies, which she's talking about opposites, attraction, repulsion, good, evil, future, past. Each one has a lot of naturalistic images in them, very photorealistic pictures of people's faces and mouths. So this is a really interesting show to see. It's almost like a natural history museum in here with an added twist to human sensuality. Our outer gallery has a one-person show by Sarah Winn, who is a Columbia, Missouri artist, and she has brought us a replica of the bomb dropped on Nagasaki in World War II. And it is based off of a short story that her husband wrote, Winn. Fong used to teach here, and Sarah used to teach here as well, until they moved to Columbia recently. The short story is about what would have happened if that bomb never exploded when the Americans dropped it on Japan. So what would the world be like today? And that question is asked in that exhibition. As the gallery director and curator, that's kind of like asking which one of my children is my favorite. It's really tough. I do love the silhouette work that Melissa Wilkerson has created, especially with the birds. Some of the ones that include a landscape in the background. Very familiar to where I grew up along the coast, Louisiana and Texas. So those are probably my favorites of this show. The installation by Sarah Winn in our outer gallery is also just spectacular. A lot of work went into that piece, and it asks a really interesting question, so I think that exhibit is also really one of my favorites. Sarah has hand cut large panels of Tyvek, which is a plastic-based paper, and each one has been hand cut with cherry trees. And so those petals are supposed to represent cherry blossoms and the petals and flowers that fall during the life of the tree. And so those petals, almost like teardrops, fall to the floor, and people are welcome to write their messages of what they wish for the future, for them, for their family, for others, and add that to the piece. So viewers get to be a part of the exhibition and a future exhibition. Sarah plans to accumulate all of those petals after the show, pick them up, and put them together in another piece for future exhibition.
I am Sarah Winn. I used to work at UCM as an adjunct faculty member, and I now am an artist at Orr Street Studios in Columbia, Missouri. So why I am here today was to present and give a talk about an installation piece which is in the first gallery called Break Into Blossoms. And it is a piece that I made with artist Justin Shaw and my husband Winn. And we collaborated on this piece and put it together, and it's going to be here for the next month or so. So I'm here today because I was giving a talk as part of a lecture series at UCM, and the UCM Foundation Lecture Series, I think is what it's called. And the talk is about Break Into Blossoms, which is an installation piece about the dropping of the bomb Little Boy on Hiroshima. And the piece is an alternate reality piece. So instead of Little Boy dropping and detonating, It falls to the ground and is a dud, and instead the world sort of sees what evil could have been presented, and the world wars end in that way without the loss of life.
Reporting from Lowdown, this is Hunter Hallbaker.